Hi, this is Angus, and I'm here with Kylii, and this is our interview for the annual appeal. So, could you please introduce yourself to us, Kylii, and tell us when and how you became involved with the Queensland Shakespeare Ensemble?
So, I first became involved with the Queensland Shakespeare Ensemble in 2011 as the Deputy Stage Manager for the Merchant of Venice main stage show. A friend of mine nicely dragged me along and got me to help out. In that role, I met a lot of the QSE people and became involved with the production. At the end of the production, I wanted to continue my involvement and was offered the position of Production Manager for the following year. I have now been the Production Manager for the last many years.
Wow, that's a pretty long time.
In addition to that, I have also volunteered on as the Treasurer of the Management Committee. So continuing that involvement and continuing my helping out the organisation.
Yeah, excellent. And we're very grateful for what you do for us. So, Kylii, what can you tell us about your experience with QSE so far?
QSE has been a great organisation to work with. The people have been fabulous to work with. Every year, the ensemble can change, so meeting and working with new and different people. So all throughout my time, everyone has just been so welcoming and working together towards common goals, which is really what QSE is all about. And yeah, that's just made my job as production manager and then as treasurer much easier because the company I'm working with are all working together.
Lovely, lovely. Is there a particular moment with QSE that stands out to you?
Oh, there have been so many over the years, it's really hard to sort of pinpoint it. But one thing I do really enjoy about working with QSE is I am not a Shakespeare person by any stretch of the imagination. I am barely a drama person, but every time we perform Shakespeare and non-Shakespeare productions, I find that the language is not what encourages me to listen to the story. All of the QSE ensemble and the associate artists, they use a blend of movement as well as voice and the text to really encompass those characters and really bring them to life as people who I can empathize with or who I can get behind or villains who I can, try to understand their motivations and things like that. So it's kind of, it's a whole experience watching a QSE show.
So Kylii, are there any particular skills or values that you've taken from QSE and put into other parts of your life?
As treasurer, I've learnt a lot about the accounts side of things and managing an incorporated association. That coupled with my day job working in finance administration, I have taken some of those skills and built upon them. I am now also studying a diploma of accounting to help better understand what that means and also to help build efficiencies into the management of QSE. To take them forward into the next 10 years or so.
What do you think makes QSE unique?
The thing that makes QSE unique from different organisations and theatre organisations that I've worked with is the sense of camaraderie and community that the ensemble have and that they work towards a common goal, and that is to tell epic stories. With Shakespeare, they are quite specific stories, but they are timeless. We find every year there's going to be some nuanced news or current affairs story that resonates with a story that we're telling in Shakespeare. And it is very interesting to see how those themes and those stories repeat. By working together, the ensemble really communicate those ideas clearly. There's no divas. There's no one actor is better than another or one artist is better than another, or every time we have even guest directors, like they are still part of the same organisation and community built together to tell these stories. And that, to me, is a very unique thing in theatre.
What do you reckon are the benefits of being in a theatre ensemble like QSE for the broader community?
So there's a lot of giving back to the community with the ensemble through some of their Shakespeare Beyond projects. A Night at the Theatre is a good example, where people can donate tickets to our charity organisations who then in turn allow their carers and people who may not otherwise be able to experience theatre an opportunity to come to a live theatre show. And that, to me, is pretty important, to be able to give back to that community that helps support you in telling the epic stories that we have.
What would you say to anyone who is thinking about donating to our QSE annual appeal?
QSE is a registered charity, so all your donations are tax deductible. Even if money is not something that's in your availability right now, donate your time, donate your services. You know, being a part of QSE as a member, you get access to all of the information that QSE puts out about our training packages, about shows, about everything that's coming up, and then just get involved. Like, well, getting involved can be anything, as I said, donating your time, helping out with shed cleanups or front of house, volunteering, all sorts of areas can be available to you to help us out. And the more that we can help out, the better stories we can tell.
Well, thank you for your time and words, Kylii. You continue to be one of our biggest supporters here at QSE.